Hello and welcome everyone. An estimated 80 million Americans, 50 million men, and 30 million women are suffering from some level or degree of hair loss from various reasons. It can be either temporary or permanent. Hi, I'm Stephanie Anderson, and welcome to Maine Health. And today I have a professional here to talk about the different types of hair loss and how she treats it in her center. Today I want to welcome to Maine Health's stage Miss Linda Boyce. Oh, hello. Help me welcome Linda.
I'm happy to be here.
It's so good
I'm excited
to have
to be
you.
here.
It's
Yes.
so good to have you.
Yes.
Now, I know you personally,
Yes.
but I kind of wanted to share some information. Now, I know personally you have been in the hair industry. You've been licensed for
Yes.
over 20 plus years.
Yes. I've been licensed, I think to be exact, it's about 23 years.
Okay.
And it has been a wonderful journey. I would not have, I think I was born for this. I did go to college. I went to Hunter College in New York, and everyone around me was declaring their major. And I said, what am I supposed to be doing? But I stayed the course. I did graduate with a BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Arts, because again, I did not know, nothing drew me. And so after I graduated, I went to work at the post office, you know. Again, trying to find, trying to find my journey, trying to find my way. After I got married, I've been married for 27 years now to my wonderful husband and 3 girls. But after I got married and had my first daughter, I decided, you know what, I always had a love for hair and for products and, those things in the beauty industry. So after I had my first daughter, actually my second daughter, I decided that I was going to go to hair school. And I've never regretted that decision. I never look back. I have my BA to fall back on, but there's no plan B. There's always a plan A with me. And so my plan A is cosmetology. I love working with women. I love working in the beauty industry. I love being able to touch women. I think outside of doctors, we are licensed to actually touch people, and that's an awesome blessing. So here I am 23 years later and still loving it.
And still going strong, actually. Now, I know you mentioned that you got your degree in New York, but tell us about the journey from New York here to, you're in Houston, Texas.
I'm in Houston right now. We've been in Houston for about 10 years. I had my first salon. I graduated, of course, cosmetology school. After that, I did I went to several different salons. I did apprenticeships there.
I know about that.
So I learned. I learned the industry, and after that, I decided that I was going to open my own salon. So I've had about 3 salons in New York through my career there. After my husband retired from NYPD, we prayed about it. As we said, what is our next step? And of course, we waited to hear from the Lord because that's what we do. That's who we are. And here we are in Texas, and it's a decision that we've never regretted because again, it was our journey. It was God's will for us, and opened up a salon in Pearland, Texas. And so we've been here, and I was able to, by the grace of God, really build a steady clientele. And recently, well, I won't say recently, but I guess in the past about 3 years, I decided to take another turn and study hair loss. Because being a cosmetologist for 23 years, you see some things.
You do.
Your clients get older, they go through situations, and believe it or not, those things show up in our hair.
They do. So that would bring you to where you are now, a certified hair loss practitioner, and you received that certification through USTI, which for those who don't know is the United States Trichology Institute. And with that, you have been able to bring specialized skills to your clients who are dealing with hair loss in various ways. So I know the salon in Pearland, Texas,
yes.
is Signature Salons.
Correct.
Talk to me a little bit about, because a lot of people think that when people are dealing with hair loss, they're older people. Not necessarily so. That 80 million statistic, it is all demographics,
Yes.
it's all races,
Yes.
ages.
Yes.
So kind of talk to me about what is it that you do as a service provider, and then we'll talk about the different offerings that you have that you're doing.
Right. So as a service provider, again, I stand behind the chair and I service clients. And I also, while servicing them, you know, if I see something, you know, I have this hashtag, if you see something, say something.
Yes.
And so, you know, having the advantage or the viewpoint of being able to look at a person's scalp while you're servicing them, you might see some things happening. For instance, a lady might have just had a baby.
Yes.
And the hormones are just everywhere. They're out of whack. And so most women, they lose their hairline. They have something we call telogen effluvium, which is, you know, hair loss over. But that comes from hormone imbalance.
Yes.
And the hair will grow back
Yes.
once the body gets back into balance.
Yes.
And so there's so many different types of hair loss.
Yes.
And I just want to say to the audience that one size does not fit all.
Definitely not.
You know, you hear the commercials, buy this and get thicker, stronger, longer hair. But again, one size does not fit all because my cause of my hair loss might be different to yours. My blood type is different than yours.
Yes.
My lifestyle is different than yours. And so, and it's all about educating the clients and having that consultation, ladies. It's just not about buying a shampoo and a conditioner. No, ma'am.
Yes.
We believe in balancing, again, the inside.
Internal.
And we have a saying in the industry, it's not all about the hair.
Yes, definitely.
It's not all about the hair. There's some internal things might be happening, and the hair serves as a barometer.
Yes. It's a symptom of what's going on internally.
What's going on the inside.
Yeah. And I'm sure that you can agree that a lot of times when people are losing their hair, that they say, well, the doctor told me I have alopecia.
Yes.
But we know, you may want to expound on that.
Yes.
Alopecia is just the, you know, the losing of hair, but there are different categories. Kind of talk about the different, you know, alopecia areata.
Yes. So alopecia is I'd say fancy term for hair loss.
Yes.
And so when a person says I have alopecia, well, during the consultation, I have to ask, well, do you know what type of alopecia? Because chances are they have been on the internet, they have been to dermatologists, and they just say I have alopecia. Well, there's so many different types. There's alopecia areata, there's telogen effluvium, there's female pattern baldness, and so there are so many different types. And then also, ladies, you can have a combination of the different types of, you know, of alopecia. So we really need to consult with the client, with the person to find out. And also, one thing that we do, we can't see a lot of things with our naked eye. And so during the consultation, we do what is called a scalp scoping. And so you can do 50 magnified or 200 times lens, and that really helps us to get down to the nitty-gritty as to what we're seeing, because again, there's no way that I can tell just looking at my eyes. So we do have some tools to help us determine what type of hair loss you might experience. And not only that, again, going back to, because we have to do a multi-therapeutic approach. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And as I stated before,
one treatment will
not
do
one
it.
treatment will do it.
Yeah.
If that body is out of balance, we also have to treat the body, get it back into balance.
Nutritional
Yes.
deficits
Absolutely.
are probably one of the major causes of hair loss as well.
Yes.
Now, I know as you identify, because consultations we know are the key.
Yes, ma'am.
So being able to identify, wouldn't you say, what you're dealing with, to be able to know how to treat it. I know that you treat holistically. What are some of the different approaches to treating hair loss? Because we know there's restoration, and then we'll talk about later replacement. So when you're trying to restore the hair, what are some generally the type of things that you are doing?
Holistically, again, we really want to start with the body. And so holistically, we can use some essential oils, just topically. some essential oils. There's some different treatments, again, depending on what type of hair loss. It might be some microneedling might be going on. We might do some oxygen treatments. So there's a wide gamut. There are so many things that we can do, but again, we can only know the type of holistic treatment. And outside of holistic treatments, we also have low laser level therapy.
Yes.
And so there's no way to determine what type of treatment I'm going to do
until you see that
until
client.
I see the client.
Because it's not cookie cutter.
It's not a cookie cutter.
It's not cookie
It's
cutter.
not cookie cutter.
It's individualized.
It's individualized because everyone is different.
That's
so
different. That's so
yes,
true.
yes,
That's so
yes,
true.
yes.
Now, so I know that you address those issues for those that you think or have an idea may respond
Yes.
to regrowth or restoration.
Yes.
But in knowing that, we also identify that there's some people that regardless of the treatments,
Yes.
the therapies,
Yes.
or wanting it to happen,
Yes.
there's no feasible way for hair to grow back.
Yes.
So for those persons that
Yes.
you would employ with your non-surgical hair approach, so kind of
Yes.
talk about that.
Yes. And as Ms. Anderson stated, they are women that we would love to grow hair for everyone. I would love to say, I'm going to grow your hair back, and it'll be one happy world.
Yes.
And unfortunately, if your hair loss has gone too far, the follicles are not there anymore, there's no amount of topicals that's going to open it back unless you have a hair, you go through this hair transplant.
Yes.
But, and that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
However, there are some options available to women whose hair will not grow back for whatever reason. And so we have what we call as non-surgical hair replacement. And with that, we make wigs as well.
Yes.
We make custom wigs where we take a molding, a shape of your head, and we make it. You can choose your length.
Yes.
You can choose your texture.
Yes.
Whoever you want to be.
Yes.
You can be a different girl on a different day. And so we do custom units as well, and we also have the units that we retail. Yes. So inside of Signature Salon, we do have our private wig area.
Yes.
And might I mention, we also have 2 private rooms.
Okay.
Because no one wants to be out in the open.
Yes.
You
respect their privacy.
We respect their privacy. We do consultations in our private room. We do treatments in our private room. Yes. And then we have our I call it our retail store for wigs where they can come in and kind of choose what they want. Yes. So, yes.
Linda, you're changing lives because we know that it's not natural or normal for women to lose their hair. Yes. And for some of them, they feel like they don't have any options.
Yes.
But you're at Signature Salon. Yes. You're either able to provide them restoration and help them to regrow it.
Yes.
Or if not, you're helping them to replace it and have the confidence about themselves that a lot of times they lose when they start to lose their hair.
Yes.
So you do that through your custom line, and also I'm sure you have some stock as well.
Yes.
Now, I know recently, drum roll, that you just launched a product.
Yay!
Yes.
Go me!
Yes, go you!
Go me!
Yes, girl. Fist bump, fam. Tell us about the line and what it is that you are offering to your clientele.
Yes, and I noticed. We've talked about having different streams of income. Yes. But outside of having different streams of income, I also have a heart and a passion to make sure that my clients have the best products available. And it is a process. It is a journey. And I recently created a hair growth oil. It has all natural essential oils in it, and also edge tamer. Edge tamer, now everybody wants the edges to be laid. But with that, some edge tamers have some products in it that you might not necessarily want because it is drying, but mine have castor oil and wheat protein, 2 of the major ingredients in that. And so it really
Very
helps.
Good for your hair.
Helps with the hair, and so moisturizing, so it's not going to tear your edges up, like we say.
Let's snatch them edges, but
snatch
help
those
them.
edges. Yes. So if I might add also, this is it's a ministry. Yes. Being able to touch a lady or men for that matter, But when I've had experiences when a lady sees her hair growing back,
Yes.
and oh my God, it's something that you can't explain.
Yeah.
You see the smile return.
Yes.
Some people begin to cry,
Yes.
and you really have to have passion and a heart for women. You know, when they sit in your office and start breaking down, it takes more than you to console them and get them to the place where, okay, they feel like they can breathe again.
Yes.
They feel like they can face the world again. And so this is an awesome journey. We take the journey with them.
Yes.
You know, we encourage them along the way. We see hair coming in and say, okay, we can do this.
Yes.
They're happy. And absolutely, I'm happy
Yes,
because now
because you had a
it's
part in that.
working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
So it's not by any means an easy journey, because even with therapies, sometimes we have to switch along the way. We have to adjust some things along, as with life.
Yes.
We have to make adjustments. And so as we make adjustments, they turn a corner with you, and you know, then we see things happen, and we see
Yes.
progress, and that's so amazing.
It's life
Yeah.
changing.
It's life-changing.
You're definitely changing people's
Yes.
lives.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
I know you have a heart for helping your clients.
Yes.
And I know you're doing some amazing things
yes.
at Signature Salon.
Yes. Yes.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself having a retail wig store,
Okay.
and also with the wig store, 2 treatment room, private treatment rooms.
Okay.
Because I really want to help women. I really want to have them regain their confidence. That's where my heart is.
Okay.
Teaching them, and not only teaching women, and even teaching young stylists about hair and about the body. Because as you know, Miss Stephanie, if a major organ needs to be, you know, we talk about vitamins and
Depletes.
minerals,
Yes.
and if a major organ needs those vitamins and minerals,
Gonna snatch it.
it will snatch it,
Yes,
and it will
yes.
not reach.
Yes.
The nutrients will not reach. So
The
a
hair,
lot of
skin, and
things,
the nails.
you know, we're on this journey.
Yes.
And the more education that we have, the better,
Yes.
you know, we can live our lives, and the better we can help ourselves.
Yes.
But it's just about education. So I'm on an educational journey. So in addition to the retail center, I will be teaching consumers, professionals as well, because we don't have a clear understanding of how our body really works.
Yeah.
We see hair,
Yeah.
but the average person doesn't realize that it's nourished
What it
from the
entails.
inside. You know, we just see it on the outside, but there's so much going on the inside that makes it beautiful on the outside.
Well, I know you're an educator at heart.
Yes.
And I know that those things that you envision,
Yes.
that you'll make them come to fruition.
Yes,
and you're
ma'am.
going to be great at it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
we have those people I know that are watching
Yes.
that wants to know more about Mrs. Linda Sealy-Boyce.
Yes.
So
Yes.
do me a favor and tell the audience how to connect with you on social
Yes.
media, your
Yes.
website, or what
Yes.
information you want to share.
The website for the salon is www.signaturesalontexas.com.
Okay.
And the hair replacement side, hair loss side, is restorehairnow.net, www.restorehairnow.net.
Okay.
At Facebook, Restore Hair Now, Hair and Wig Boutique. So either one of those, you will find me.
Right. She got plenty of platforms,
Yes.
so there's no
Yes.
excuse for you not reaching out to her.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
let me ask this, that Signature Salon Texas, is that TX or
TX.
Okay.
TX.
So don't spell out TEXAS.
Yes.
Just
TX.
abbreviation of
Cut
TX.
it short.
Yes.
Yes.
And you'll be able to find Miss
Yes.
Linda Sealy-Boyce.
Yes.
I am so happy that you took the time out to come and visit and share exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
The phenomenal works that you're doing for men and women
Yes.
in the area, and how you plan on expanding
Yes.
what you do.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Oh, it was-
coming, Linda.
Yes. You are so welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.